Hello and welcome to the UK Minifigure Collectors YouTube channel, the only channel to focus primarily on minifigures. Today I've got an example of one of the gross lines, so I'm just waiting for that collective groan from everyone. The actual product we'll be looking at today is called Pocket Bogies, and they were released by Piranha Studios back in 2006. Now they are part of a larger line, a company called the Bogies. Originally, it was a comic strip in Toxic and the Dandy back in 2006 as well. And obviously there's different things. You can get larger figures, which are like key rings and different memorabilia, bags, t-shirts and whatnot. The actual Pocket Bogies line, there's only 12 sculpts, but there is a much bigger library of actual characters, and it's a shame some of them never made it over. First figure is called Snot Bothered, and he's supposed to be a sort of idle teenager, but that weird sort of pink sort of clothing just reminds me of Steven Seagal, and especially sporting that ponytail at the back. Even the earrings kind of give me that feeling that it's Steven Seagal. But it's a nice colourful sculpt. I really do like these. Nice bright solid figure. The second sculpt, Splatdown, is like a stuntman image. He reminds me a lot of Dangerous Brian from the Brian Connolly skit comedy show. But I love the colouring on this. The crazy design that goes over the head at the top and the little sort of funky hair that comes down the back. It's a really funny sculpt. I really do like this one. I love the way he's kind of like sliming from the mouth as well. The third sculpt, Axl Nose, is a really cool sculpt. Now, obviously it's based on Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses, but it's a real good likeness. The kilt, the microphone, that bandana, the lean that he's got as well. It's very, very reminiscent of when he did his shows in the 80s. It's like, again, another fun sculpt, and again, really good in the line. Next up is Doctor Goo. Now, he's based on the 1970s Doctor Who of Tom Baker, I believe it was. But I love the little details on this. The contours that have gone into the scarf separating the colours, and the buttons on his little waistcoat. But for me, the colours really pop on this one. It's a really nice sculpt, done really well. Then we have Slipknot, with the ever iconic Slipknot mask. I mean, it is a real cool piece, this. I love the way his hands are held up, like, yeah, in homage to the actual pose that, like, if you remember Slipknot. But again, the sculpt is done really well. The way the mask has been done, the colouring that's actually on that mask is fantastic. I love the zip on the mouth as well. Then we have Snot Bunny, the clown of the bunch. I love this singular tooth design and the mismatched eyes. But the additions of these baggy trousers and the braces, I love the polka dot design. But it's, again, not overly sculpted. It's just enough to give it that sort of nice balance that works with minifigures. It's a really cool, fun, colourful sculpt. Then we have Optimus Slime. Again, another sort of parody on the Transformers. Now that very familiar red and that very familiar blue of Optimus Prime, it's a really, like, a fairly good sort of likeness, but for me, not my favourite sculpt. It's probably my least favourite of the actual set, actually. It should work, but for me, it just doesn't. Next is Zombogi, a very stereotypical zombie design, but I love the way they've done the detail on this. I love the skull, the way they've splattered the bogies on top of it, and the detail that's gone into that shirt and the torn design, you know, showing the bones through the actual sort of tears on his skin on his legs. It's a real quality sculpt, this one, probably the best of the lot. Then Johnny Snotton, one of the most familiar punk rock icons of the 70s. I love that anarchy symbol that's on his forehead there. I love the spiked mohican that goes right over the top of his head and then just vanishes before you can see the spiked collar. It's done really, really well. The face is what adds all the fun to this figure, and it really is a quality line. What line wouldn't be complete without the familiar Star Wars character, Bogey 1? Now for me, I love the sculpt on this, but I don't like the colour of the actual lightsaber. It is more of a red. In the picture it kind of looks more orange, but yeah, Obviously he went for Sith. It's a cool sculpt. I love the way they've got that sort of determination look on his actual face though. It works really well. Next is Captain Bogey. A very sort of familiar sort of one-legged pirate sort of design. I love the skull and crossbones on the actual hat, but it is a very plain figure. I love the little like walking stick under his arm to hold his weight on, but like I say, it just seems to be very underwhelming, this figure. For some reason, it's just not the best. Lastly is Godzilla. Now I really wanted to love this design. In the packet, it's probably the best of the whole lot. But the moment you take it out and see this join line, it just really ruined it. You know that's going to come off at some point. Everything about the sculpt is done really well until I see that join line, and it just completely ruined this figure for me. So if we start thinking about the size, they're actually about 3 centimeters tall, so about half the size of a muscle figure and slightly bigger than a Mighty Max figure. Material wise, these are a solid plastic. They're not your sort of rubber like your grocery gang. These are actually really solid. Now sadly, there's a big stigma attached to gross toys in general. These are the toys your parents didn't want you to have because of their attachment to poo or wee or bogies or farts or something. You know, your parents didn't want you to have that sort of immaturity level. But it kind of stifled creativity in a way. And that's why I really like this line. The fact that someone's gone out of their way to create like a whole line, multiple characters of bogey people. I'd love to hear what other people have got to say about these. You know, do you like gross toys in general? Do you not like them? Maybe leave a message in the comments down beneath the video. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, and I hope to catch you all again next time.